So once again, the thumbnail is basically letting you know that I go every day live, always authentic, never edited. Okay? We have Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. It is by free grace, which is God's unmerited favor, that I am saved, delivered from judgment, and made a partaker of Christ's salvation through my faith. And this salvation is not of myself. It's not of my own doing. It came not through my own striving, but it is the gift of God. Now, I have a couple songs that I want to put on my May playlist that I'm hearing right now. One's playing in the background, which is Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. And the other one is Caesar, which is Seether, Caesar, I don't say it correctly probably. And it's called The Gift. So I'll put them on my playlist for May when I'm all done here. But it's a free gift. Now, we can reject gifts. And some of us have. Some of us have rejected our free gifts. So I'm going to get our cards. We have the scripture there. And when I give you a scripture, it's good to study the whole chapter. So the whole chapter 2 of Ephesians, it's always best to get the whole context of the chapter. But it's basically just telling you that God's given you a free gift. Yesterday was talking about God is the builder. And remember who your boss is type of energy. Today is just knowing that this is all free. You know, these videos are free. God's gift is free. Now this one just popped out, and that was the same one as yesterday. So we're going to take it out again and show you, and you might want to watch yesterday's. Somebody's not happy with you. Somebody wants revenge on you. Somebody's jaded. Okay? It says scorned. They have a bitter outlook. They have a hardened heart and revenge. And that's exactly what I was saying. I was saying that the gift is not always received by all. Perfect card. And it came out 2 days in a row. So watch yesterday's video for sure. Somebody is not taking the gift. Now, I'm not feeling that it's you, but I'm feeling that it's in your energy. So it could be a spouse, it could be a family member, it could be, even somebody in the other dimensions. Last night, I had somebody come to me in one of the dimensions and let me remember it today. And that person was one of my soulmates. And it was like saying goodbye. You know, our mission together is over. I've been with you this whole time, helping you through your troubles, and now it's time for me to go on and for you to get your new mission partner. And it was somebody that I was with right after my first husband tried to kill me several times. I was getting my daughter, she was 9 months old, and we just got off on our own, and I was taking her in to get her ears pierced. And the person saw me and the baby and saw my 67 Mustang and tracked me down and called me. and we started dating, and we've been together ever since. Now, that's a soulmate that is just with you, like, to get you through really rough times, because that was a really rough time, married to the devil, let me tell you. And so this was a soulmate that was just there to help you through it. That wasn't the soulmate that I had for 30 years, that we did our sobriety mission with. So that was cool. And we kind of said our goodbyes as in an official physical kiss. Okay. So, and then I'm supposed to show you this one too, ancestral protection. And that's exactly what I was saying. Okay. We have ancestors and soulmates that are all around us helping us. And that one just came in to give me that final push into my new mission. Okay. He was also there to take me out of a bad one. We were together for a few years, and then he pushed me into my new one. And I was in that one for 30 years, and now he's pushing me into my next one. And physical or spiritual, it's all the same. But it was in astro brought into this realm. But ancestral protection is what this card on the bottom is trying to give you. That's exactly what I'm saying. So we have lots of protection. Everything's already planned out, done deal. We're just doing it, okay? So with this jaded person, you don't have to be worried. It's just that their time is done. And they have a hardened heart, and they're not accepting their gift. And that's fine. They don't have to. But since that choice has been made, that's freeing us up to go, because we were there to give them that choice. And when you hear the song "The Gift" by Caesar, you'll kind of see what I'm saying. They know that they should have went your way, but they chose the jaded way, and they went their way. Okay, so this is all about the destiny. It's all about the star. Okay, so I'm talking about destiny, correct? And what just happened was we totally closed out a cycle. So not only did my soulmate, that one of them, that's one of my guides, okay, not only did he come back to give me that kiss to say you did a good job, you won, move on now. We also have the person that, and persons that didn't choose the gift, that are done. They're going to another universe, another mission, another planet. They can be out of our energy. Oh, so we can continue our destiny. This is the star. Okay? It's a really a relief feeling. I don't know if you're feeling it, but it's like the title, okay? The title has more to do with just being live and authentic. It has to do with the freeing. Doesn't it feel good to do stuff live? Doesn't it feel good to just be truthful and authentic and be yourself and look the way you look and talk the way you talk, and not have people telling you that you don't talk correctly, or that you don't understand them, or you should wear your hair this way or put this makeup on? No, just be you. And it doesn't matter what they think. As long as your heart is true, like you're really not intentionally trying to hurt them, you're intentionally not trying at all to be negative, then you have to ignore them and move on. Because all they're doing is sucking your energy. Okay? If you're intentionally hurting somebody or intentionally talking shit, well, that's a different story, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when people just drain your energy and you're not doing anything intentionally wrong. You know when that happens. You may not know it the first time, you may not know it the second time, but I'm telling you, you'll know it the third time. And I've just had it. I don't have to deal with it. Who are you? You know, I am I am me. I am, and I'm going to continue. So if anybody's draining your energy, move on. Okay, somebody's still not forgiving themselves. You've done nothing wrong. Somebody's still not forgiving themselves because it was upside down, and that is the energy I feel. Now, it can have a lot to do with that person draining your energy. So once you cut the cord and disconnect, you'll be free. But it's also in here and in here, especially, you know, because our past, we may have hurt our children, we may have abused some animals, we may have done some horrific things in our past, even in past lives. That's called cell memory. So you really, really, you know, this took me, it took me like, oh, a good decade of early, when I was in early sobriety, I would say from 1995 to 2005, to work on cell memory. And if you don't know what cell memory is where in a past life you were burnt on a cross, for example, and you're very angry with them people. And what I had to do is I had to go through that whole experience and surrender and say, okay, I want to go to each of them people and organizations that I'm angry with, and I want to clear up my karmic assignment. So I had to be a Catholic, a Mormon. I had to go out and sponsor and help my enemies. And I had to do a lot of karmic assignments, because if I didn't clean my karmic assignment slate, what happens is them people still make me angry and still prevent me from moving on. That took, you know, 10, 20 years, because I had to go to these organizations. I had to become that, let's say, a Catholic. I had to become a Mormon missionary. I had to go do temple work. I had to go through all of these karmic cleansings to go in, and it's hard to explain this to you, but you had to go in and become it, and then clear your karmic energy to forgive everybody and to see it from like a different view, see it from this view instead of the victim view. And that's how you clean your karmic assignment. Same with sponsoring people that may have killed you in past lives. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you everything I have, all my secrets. I'm going to help you in every way possible. But in 1800s, you know, you killed me. But that's cleaning your cell memory. That's getting it gone. Now, if that's kind of deep for people, I understand, but that's what I had to do. And it was a lot of work. So how did we get on this? Because somebody has not forgiven themselves, because their cell memory is still full. So maybe rewatch this and ask your guides to help you on to how you can cleanse yours, because something's still blocking you. It's upside down. Okay, now we're going to go with ask Archangel Michael to help you, and that's just what I said. Okay, so you're going to have to maybe rewind and listen to my cell memory story, or even call me or email me. If you email me, I can give you my phone number and we can chat, because this is really important, okay? Cleaning cell memory is very important. Now, you would think, well, if you're pissed off at the Catholic religion, then you shouldn't have ever went to it. But it was the opposite for me. I had to join it and almost become a Carmelite nun. I was in 9 months training for that. But I didn't go to the full year because God pulled me out. But I love the Rosary. I love the Virgin Mary. But the Catholic Church is people that persecuted me in recent, in past lives. So I had to come back in and somehow karmic cleanse that, because the Virgin Mary is a big part of that church. As in no other churches, you know, really worship her or idolize her or any of that kind of stuff. So it was like, wow, I had a lot to do there in the Catholic Church. And as you're finding out now, you're finding out that the Virgin Mary and the Rosary and our Jesus and all that, that's all good. It's just the people that are running the show. They're, it's always the people that have to demonize everything. So, okay, let's continue on. So I had to go back and do all that. It's been a long 50 years. I'm 58. So it's been a long 58 years. But so far, that's the message. Now, these cards here want to come out, so we're just going to take these cards right here. Okay, we've got death and transformation. So right now, we're going through a transformation. That's the energy. And it's a big transformation. You heard me just... Okay, so what I just told you is very, very relevant because that's what's happening, okay? We're going through a death and a transformation of totally everything old. We're totally into a new chapter, and there are going to be lots of deaths around us. I've been told to tell you that and not to sugarcoat that. So you wake up one morning and half of Tennessee had a tornado rip through it. It's kind of like normal. It's going to get kind of normal. So just be careful and don't let yourself get caught into any low vibes. I'm drawn to his hand. Do you see his hand? His hand's pulling back the curtain. And you see the curtain? It's all devastation. So he and her, that's the mission. That's the love. Your mission partner's coming in. But look behind the curtain and look what you got to do. You've got to rebuild destruction. This card is really spot on. And I'm not always drawn to show you this, but this is really important. Ace of Cups, keep in all love. Just like I said, don't let it take you down the path of sadness, anxiety, anger. No, keep high vibes. Ace of Cups. Because this is your soul contract. Now, I do want to tell you one more thing since this card came out. It's so funny how this works, isn't it? Okay, so last night, the person that I was saying goodbye to or being pushed on from or whatever you want to call it, right? He was a card reader. And he pulled the Two of Cups and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords in this deck is my tornado card. All kinds of tornadoes happened yesterday, especially in Tennessee, Alabama area. Okay. The Knight of Swords was the card that he pulled in his deck, and the Two of Cups. He didn't use my deck, but I said, oh, that's the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is soul contract. We have lots of love together. We're soulmates. He was showing me the destruction behind the curtain. Okay. And he said, this is the future. For a little bit, it's going to get kind of shaky. That's why you need your mission partner. Okay. So let go of everything old. Now, Ace of Q on the bottom. That's the questing card. That's what I'm talking about exactly right there in that statement that I was making about moving on. You're going to go into your quest. Now, who knows what quest is for each person? You may be in Pennsylvania. You may be in Florida. You may be in California. We don't know what your quest may be. Flooding, earthquakes, who knows, okay? But keep high vibes. Okay, then we have the Page of Swords, but it's in reverse. So it's not so much about finding the truth. That's this way. It's more about knowing the truth and being a page, as in What's the next right thing to do? Living in the solution, not the problem. Okay? So when the problem arises, very important, when the problem arises, we stay in love. And what's the next right thing to do? The Page of Swords. Okay, we're going to leave it there because that was very, very awesome. I just wanted to check what was underneath the Ace of Questing, and it's just what I said. So now it's repeating again. That's why we're going to close it here. Page of Questing. Now, we're not searching for the truth. Now we're living the truth. Now that we know the truth, we're being a page. Action, action, and more action, okay? And stay in love. Ace of Cups. Okay, very good. A lot in here. Thanks for listening.